This is absolutely nuts. Hey guys, it's Cheneise again. I have left my books for a quick second. I'm on the laptop and I'm actually reading about the ratings for these, the ABC's new shows and what they are compared to what the ratings for All My Children and One Life to Live were. And I am on TV Takes All blogspot.com, and I am reading an article written by Deborah Caruso Marone. I hope I pronounced your name right. And this is an article she actually wrote about 2 months ago on Friday, June 1st. And this is about the ratings decline of ABC's The Chew and the Revolution and how it is affecting The View, which is actually something that we touched on, but now we want to bring you some numbers. So, according to this article, during the week of May 21st, The Chew had 2.18 million viewers, just a smidge higher than the previous week's 2.13 million viewers. Now you may hear, 2 point such and such million, like, oh, that's a decent amount of viewers. Well, that is well below last year's rating for All My Children, which drew 2.4 million viewers. Now, let's look at that 2.4 million viewers, because this is just what they're counting for that 1 o'clock, 1 p.m. time slot. This is not counting everyone who's working, who had to DVR, or maybe just had something they had to do that day, and they had to DVR their soap because we will watch our soaps at all costs, or watch it later on that night on SoapNet. So let's up that number now. That number gets upped a good 50 to 75%. So 2.4 million viewers is really more like 8 million viewers that All My Children had. Whereas The Chew is struggling for 2.2 million viewers. The Revolution, which as we all know and are very happy about, has been canceled due to its horrible ratings, had 1.31 million viewers, which is 47% less than what One Life to Live had a year ago. 47% less. Once again, not including SoapNet DVR. So that 47 is probably like 100 if you think about it. Sorry. And as previously mentioned, The View, ABC's golden egg, basically. That was ABC's golden egg. That was their golden ticket to Willy Wonka's chocolate factory, The View. The View is now tanking due to these horrible shows that they've put on, because they're bringing them down now also. So that makes ABC look a little bit, which is why we got rid of The Revolution. One step down. Now we have to get rid of The Chew and, of course, Miss Couric, aka Haiti. We have to get rid of her also, because the numbers show that they are not even in the same competition as our soap operas.
Advertisers know that they are being misled, that ABC is not being true with what they're telling them. ABC is trying to sell them a daytime lineup that doesn't exist. There are no viewers for ABC's daytime lineup anymore. They alienated them, they rejected them, they betrayed them, and we are gone. We want to come home, but they don't seem to want us anymore. And we just want the advertisers to know that they'd be wasting their time and money to back anything that the ABC Disney network tries to promote. especially during the time slot formerly occupied by 40-year-old plus veterans, All My Children and One Life to Live.
They're keeping General Hospital alive and even trying to put it in that middle spot to maybe try to help those other two shows with their ratings. No, it's not going to happen. Why? We want our soaps back. And advertisers, I need you to pay specific attention to these numbers, because basically you're paying for these flops. ABC is, coming up with all these crazy ideas in their head, and you're paying for it. Not just by paying ABC to advertise your products on their shows that nobody is watching, but because you are advertising on these shows, we are no longer going to buy your products. Certain companies like Hoover.
Let's hear it for Hoover, y'all. We will never, ever, no matter how this thing plays out or ends, we will never, ever be able to let Hoover vacuum cleaners and their executives know how grateful we are by their show of support. That was an extraordinary measure for them to pull their advertising from ABC altogether. That was extraordinary.
Now, did also fans go out there and buy Hoover vacuum cleaner?
We did, yes. Even those of us didn't need it. Hoover, Swiffer, vacuum cleaner, dustbuster, anything with that little H.
Okay.
Who stood by us, who, if I had a carpet, I would have a Hoover in here right now to vacuum. I have tile floors though. I don't have no carpet. So that's the only reason why a Hoover vacuum isn't in here right now. But if I had a carpet, trust me, it would be Hoover. Because these are the companies that stood by us. Now, Hershey's, Macy's, these are the companies who stood by ABC. And the funny thing about this is that when our soaps come back, which we will get them back, when they come back, of course, ABC, as much as we would love for them to just, release the soaps to someone else, they're not going to do that. Because that would be too nice. And obviously, they tricked us, told us, they were the land of the happy and happily ever after and whatnot, and we're finding out they're not. So that would be way too nice, to just release the soaps, to let them go somewhere where they could prosper. They are going to drag this out, keep trying to throw stuff at us that we don't want to watch, until finally they figure out, what, we got to just give them their soaps back. That's the only way that, we're going to get back in the, back in the race of the ratings, basically. Otherwise, we're just going to stay in the bottom. But when that happens, because we love our soaps, we will watch ABC again. But we also will remember who turned on us. We have great memories. We will remember who turned on us. Hershey's, we will remember that you turned. I promise you, I haven't bought a Hershey's bar in Lord knows how long. Hershey's Kisses, nothing to do with it. Because you turned. So I want nothing to do with you now. And that's how we're still going to remember. Basically, your only option is when these soaps come back, you better advertise and support these soaps. Because otherwise, you will stay where you are, and we will build up the companies that are helping to bring back our soap operas. We have wonderful memories. We do not forget, just like we will not forget this. ABC, the only thing that you have on us is you own our soaps. So when you decide to put them back, we're going to have to come back to you to watch them, because we are going to watch our soaps. But these advertisers who laughed in our faces and basically was like, who really cares what y'all feel? We're going to stick with these junky shows that ABC is putting on. We will remember you. We will remember your name. We will remember your face. We will remember your product. And we will remember not to purchase, not to buy, not even to window shop. We want nothing to do with it unless you make the decision to try to sponsor these soap operas. Because we want these back, and until they come back, we're not taking any prisoners. Sorry, guys.